Hi, welcome back to 901 Thoughts. It's said that the most highlighted verse in the... Let me start over. I'm going to start over. Okay. Hi, welcome back to 901 Thoughts. It is said that the most highlighted verse in the Kindle version of the Bible is Philippians 4, 6, and 7. And probably right now it's become the life motto of many. It says, don't worry about anything, but in everything, through prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Don't you just love that? God promises to give us peace if we give Him our requests with thanksgiving. And His peace will literally set up a military detachment around our hearts and minds. That's good stuff. That's a promise to cling to. But Paul doesn't stop there. He goes on in verse 8 and he says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any moral excellence and if there is anything praiseworthy, dwell on these things. Instead of worrying, Paul says we should fix our minds on this whole list of attributes. I did a deep dive into these words in the Greek, and really they mean the same thing in the Greek as they do in the English. Different translations just use different words to mean the same thing. But as I looked at these words, I thought about my own mind and where my mind has been since this quarantine began. Honestly, I've been all over the place. I've been up, I've been down, I've been somewhere in between, depending on the day. I've been happy, I've been sad, I've been hopeful, I've been discouraged, I've been mad, I've been glad, all in the space of just a few minutes. And that's okay. We're living in weird days. But this is where my mind should have been. On what is true, honorable, just, pure, lovely, commendable, excellent, and praiseworthy. These things are the food and fruit for the mind that is guarded by the peace of God. When we put them in, they come out of us. When we put the opposite of these things in, the opposite tends to come out of us and on to those around us, our families, our friends, and sometimes our social media feeds. So what do we need to do? We need to social distance our minds from the things that take it away from these fruit. If the thoughts we're thinking aren't true, honorable, just, and the like, they need to go. We need to take them captive and make them obedient unto Christ, as 2 Corinthians 10:5 says. What are some examples of these kinds of thoughts and things? Negative thoughts, negative people, news stories that are hyped up and not from reputable sources, impure things, things that aren't holy, lies of the enemy, things that are morally impure, things that are meant to tear down and not build up, comparisons, shame, fear, worry. And I'm sure you could add to this list as well. We need to dwell on these things that are excellent and praiseworthy so that our minds will stay guarded from anxiety. How do we do it? You can probably guess how. We stay in touch with Jesus. We stay in His Word. We memorize His Word. We worship by ourselves and corporately. We read books that bolster our faith. There are times we may need to just unplug from news sources and social media so we can sit in silence with Him. We need to take a walk or go outside. We need to do something that refocuses our minds and our hearts on Jesus and who He is, rather than all these negative things that take our minds away from Him. You might want to meditate on this list and see what it means to you. But did you notice something? All of these things are words that could describe God. He is truth. He is most honorable. He is just. He is pure. He is lovely. He is commendable. He is most excellent. And He is certainly worthy to be praised. Fix your thoughts on Him and socially distance your mind from anything that takes your thoughts away from Him.